great game one. He's looking to do it again here in game two. But it seems like he's into harder matchups this time, and Shad could take the game away on this slot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they have... I mean, their draft actually looks like it actually has a purpose to be able to fight and what they're making that farm happen for, the Slark versus Morphling matchup. Slark versus Centaur, too. The longer these fights go, the more Shad's going to have success. And they have a well-rounded team around it. So, yeah, Tide. I mean, Shadow Demon plus Mirana. We've seen this a million times. Shadow Demon plus Lesh. And then they have the Mirana plus Tide, which we used to see all the time also, too. So, yeah, much better, well-rounded one. But looking at Ancient Tribes, I mean, the big question mark for me is how much this Coddle is going to be able to do. If he's going to actually be able to make the space for Pleb, because it just looks a lot harder for Pleb this time around into quite a lot of counters, really, it feels like, for the Morph. Is the Morph.
They've got the setup. As the stuns have followed, but already the strength started to get shifted upon, and now Ancient Tribe, they're going to take their turn to run straight into Hustlers, see if they can get the first blood, but looks like Heaven's going to lose this trade. He's first to fall, and that first blood goes the way of Shad.
That is the dream. So that's Agi, right? Yep. Agility for Shad. Already having a better game than last time. I think he ended, what, 0-3 or 0-2 last game?
Nah, it was 1-2-7. So obviously still not a great scoreline for the carry.
Yeah, I mean, this is infinitely better. And yeah, I would say that I favor Hustlers by a good margin this time around. Like, probably like that 60-40, 65-35. I think they just have great core matchups. And I'm just looking for, I mean, I'm looking at MTD and I'm wondering what he's going to be able to do on the Coddle. I think this Slark could just run rampant.
I mean, you know, obviously for Little Pleb on his Morphling, you know, what threatens him this game? Or is it still not a bad Morphling game?
It's not that bad of one, I would say. However, there is a lot of damage, and like these long-duration team fights, that's where Slark thrives. And I think Shadow Demon has always been one of my favorite heroes versus Morph. You just get illusions of the Morphling inside a lot of the fights. You have setup. You have an ability that, you know, this Disseminate ability, it's very deceptive how much damage heroes can take from it, so I think it helps you burn through a Morph. And then they have Tidehunter. So the thing about Tide versus Morph is all about that base damage. If you just get Anchor Smash on him in team fights, he's just going to deal pathetic damage, so. Definitely like the setup from Hustlers. Way better this time around.
And I mean, what do you think they did see in this game that made them want to go with the Coddle to end things up? You know, what does it offer or what does it answer?
I'm not really too certain, to be honest with you, because I've been seeing a lot more rise of this Coddle mid, but usually when I like it, it's because they have, like, this like overwhelming pressure early on where he can make rotations with Boots of Travel early, and they have like Nature's Prophet, this like global threat. I don't know, I've been seeing so many more people picking it, but I think it's some just flavor of the month thing where people are like, oh, it's good again. But I think it's just not, I think it's not amazing. I think it just has some games where it can be decent. So I'm not sure exactly what he sees on it where it's like, wow, this is some godly Coddle game.
Both carries in their side lanes, not even the easiest of times hitting the creeps, both getting harassed pretty heavily.
Yeah, the one thing about Shadow Demon is your game, you might be like one of the best 4/5 positions in the game. Your laning is pretty pathetic. You don't really provide much of anything besides just like a save at times. So it should be a little bit of a slow start up here for Shad. Angel.
Ah, they're able to burst him. Very nicely done that. And able to find that chance to grab him. And yeah, with him gone, very little that can be done to set this lane up for Shad to actually hit the creeps. Still feeling the heat here against this dual lane of Ancient Tribe.
I mean, 7 denies on the Centaur.
Yeah.
That is insane. 7 denies on him, 0 on the Rubik, but yeah, they're fully controlling the lane. I feel like Morph is going to have a much better time. Sure, you have to deal with these constant anchor smashes and stuff like that that reduce your damage, but he's got a tree behind him. He's actually got a real 5 position.
And then they were able to get Shad there. I mean, Heaven went for the telekinesis, but I think he sort of went in at the very last tick of the Dark Pact. You know, to be fair to Heaven, it did look like the Dark Pact had come to an end, but wasn't able to actually wait it out completely there, so misses the chance to grab him back into a Who Stomp.
Okay. So MTD, we're seeing him get the stacks done, so I imagine we're going to see Alex look to either ward the camps or ward the vision, or ward for vision to be able to scout those out. Looks like it'll just be for vision. They're completely aware of this when you're playing versus Coddle. So they definitely look
and
this time, okay.
They're able to get the combo. So this top lane played very, very nicely here by Ancient Tribe so far. It's definitely going to be one of those games where Shad as a Slark will have to find the farm to catch up in the jungling phase with the Dark Pact. So not a sort of the dream start to the lane as you'd hope for as a Slark.
Well, Rubik could be in trouble. That's 5 stacks.
See if they can play their way out of this.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they can. He's got Fairy Fire. Shad will want to continue to run this down.
Oh, the armor isn't enough.
I mean, Shad should have this. He's easily going to chase this one down. And he will. Shad will manage to at least get the kill, but still, giving up heroes to the dual lane and the denies continue to roll. 15-11 on this off-lane Centaur. Huge amounts of farm getting taken away from this Slark in the lane.
I think it's really really nice, at least for Shad, that he was able to get the first blood in this other kill, because he still is healthy on that net worth, even though he doesn't have last hits.
That's true.
Bottom, we're seeing Devi. He's just kind of doing whatever he wants, going behind the tower, pulling waves. That means Pleb. I mean, Pleb's just going to build a free farm under tower. So far, looking good for the side of Ancient Tribe. The 3 lanes looking nice. Sure, we're seeing Lesh getting a lot more denies versus his counterpart, because we're seeing MTD just go to jungle and stuff like that, but a really good laning start.
Let's see Alex check out this area whilst MTD starts to deal with some of the neutrals.
He's stealing the small camp. They're stealing the small creeps, that is, as LeBron chases him away. He's being annoying, sapping the XP, making it get split 3 ways. Should be just fine, but they're going to try to at least force some of these leaps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, Shad continues to just really struggle up here.
Alex, he's even going to find the courier of Little Pleb passing by.
Okay, then he'll be able to use that last leap. They're pinging him out. They're like, he has got no leap charges left, but yeah, nothing to catch.
Yeah, it was indeed suitably annoying there with those moves. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and Lil Pleb, he's able to be left on his own down bottom, so the tree just looking to continue securing this area for his buddy as Lil Pleb gets the farm on. So now they're bringing Lash. Well, Post Nova's online. LeBron in some trouble.
Yeah, was at a point though where the stacks have been completely cleared, so not quite able to get over at the timing that they were hoping to there. Maybe trying to steal some of that.
Blessed with the regen rune bottom. Mirage, after he makes the rotation, gets the rune too. Gonna feel pretty good. And we're seeing stacks coming out from Angel. So top lane, as we mentioned, Shadow Demon doesn't provide much as a support. He's starting to get some stacks going for his Slark to catch back up.
Yeah, Shad's got to sit right back now. He's salving up, but Heaven's turned back up to this top lane. If they catch him in the combo, we'll be pretty close to bursting him. I mean, as we see here, not quite able to get the catch with the telekinesis, though. Shad, across the tree line with that pounce, means that they won't have the further grab on him. I mean, if they did get that, it may have been a dead Slark. Very scary, that top lane.
I really like it. Like the way the other game, he only went 2-1, and then I think or 2-2, and then went back for going retaliate. This game, it's 2-3. So
yes,
all about that spam to get onto that Slark, and it's working.
Oh, he looks just so much damage each and every time. He's not quite hit the 6, so he's not able to sustain through it. Rotation from Mirage comes in, though. Making sure that they can do something about the fact that Melez is just really putting the heat on against Shad Slark. A well-needed rotation that opens up the lane.
MTD's comes a little bit too late. I think his boots of travel were coming out on the courier, but didn't end up being able to get the TP to react to the Lash, who now, with regen, going to continue farming these stacks. And although those lanes looked a little bit precarious, at least for the Slark at the start, they all top net worth on their 3-4s. And bottom, Devi. He's actually pushed the limit a bit too far. Or did he?
That's got the Mango and the Ravage if he wants to save himself.
Mango's being expended. Arrow.
He'll actually be able to turn it into a kill. Very nicely baited there by Lama. I mean, they'll get both of those for that one. They walked straight into that Ancient Tribe. I think they knew the Mangoes were there, and they knew that maybe the Ravage was coming out, but I don't think they accounted for the fact that there could be a Mirana around to follow up with that fantastic arrow.
And up top.
That quick moves as well. Alex from making the move over in the river straight towards the top.
MTD. Oh, boy.
Mirage is going to be able to dive in and maybe get him. MTD's trying to juke this out through the trees, but indeed he goes down. Hustlers just like that there. They suddenly pop a 3K lead.
And with their matchups that we mentioned with their heroes, like this is a really good position for them, not only in the laning phase, but mid and late game. I mean, they outscaled really hard. That is some huge connections, and they push. I mean, they push easier too. They are playing into Treant Protector, but they have the natural push that comes out from Edict. Mirage is level 9 already. That is I mean, level 9 at 9 minutes. Good God. MTD might just die again.
I was going to say, they might be about to get more XP on this Leshrac in the mid.
Oh, boy.
That's a very, very dead keeper at the light. Mirage on a killing spree. This tier 1 is going to get pressured down.
This game looks really hard now for Ancient Tribe.
Absolutely.
This is why I was a little hesitant with this Coddle, you know. Now they even... Oh, my God.
I mean, Mirage can
even
steal some
gonna get
stacks.
their stacks stolen.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
well. Now who do you play around? It's like, okay, Centaur, you know, Melez, the entire game is up to you now at this point.
I mean, they want to walk up it to try and do something about Hustlers. Look at the arrow combo, because Melez's pretty tanky, so they won't go in aggressively on him. They'll step back.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is a really painful early game. Map is totally opened up for Shad, who struggled a little bit at the start of the laning phase. He's top 2 net worth. Lesh, full free game. Bloodstone nearly finished up, and Devi has completely been able to just free farm versus Morphling too. This will be a very tough game to come back in for Ancient Tribe.
We'll at least be able to deny that haste tree and stop Mirage from grabbing that.
Feels like they're gonna have to just wait for the Centaur to get this Blink Dagger to try to get them back in the game. Unless MTD is able to make some crazy stuff happen as this Coddle. But he's so fragile at this point, as we've seen multiple times. They have so many ways to set up on this Coddle. If they just find him, he's dead.
Put their eyes on bottom, but Devi Llama ravaged back up.
It's a 5k gold lead at the 10 minute. I mean, that is insane.
Oh yeah, this Lesh has just gotten so much. From the kills that he picks up to the farm, the stacks that he was able to steal. And of course, what he's been able to clean up on his half of the map is going to be a very fast Bloodstone. There you go. Look at that.
That might be the earliest Bloodstone I've seen. I know I just said
I mean, 11 minute. It was purchased pre-11 minutes, so...
Yeah. Wow. And, I mean, Diffusal's about to be finished for Slark, too. So it feels like for Hustlers, they're ready to fight. They're ready, completely ready to battle. While for Ancient Tribe, they probably just have to wait for Melez to have a Blink Dagger, and even with that, definitely going to have some issues just approaching any of these team fights with this type of start. Morphling doesn't want to get involved, so they have to just play around their 4 in order to be able to fight back. And yeah, Hustlers in a really prime position to just kind of dominate the map now.
Oh, can they set up on Little Pleb? And they try for the blind stun. So with that blind stun already attempted, nothing to follow up the disruption.
But they can look to take tower. They have max Edict.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
The glyph.
are
Hold on to it a little bit longer. Trying to stop it with the Coddle Blast as well, too, but MTD has to be cautious with how he stands. He gets disrupted, he's dead. He'll be okay for a second. And now Diffusal's done for Shad. He can start posing some aggression onto Melez up top, too.
See if they can do anything about this tier 1 push.
It's dead. I mean, this next Edict is going to kill it.
Yep. We'll have to let this go, especially with Devi Llama showing up.
Oh, Pleb. There's going to be an arrow.
Opening. And little, yeah, just a little, kind of felt that, a little slow with the arrow. Not quite able to get the follow-up that time round.
I mean, Shad is able to do so much up here now, though.
What's
Miss
the mark of
pounce.
the pounce? So, yeah, Melez is more than fine.
But yeah, every time the Centaur shows his face, it's actually really painful. If he gets hit like 3 times with this Diffusal, he's just completely out of mana. So, right now, game state for Hustlers. Kind of feels like they can go anywhere on the map. And for, yeah, Ancient Tribe, they've got the blink on the Centaur. They're going to have to make something big happen with it. Otherwise, this game feels like it's going to just completely fall out of any chances for them.
No, it's so hard to hold on to any of these towers, even if they have the overgrowth. It doesn't matter.
No.
The pushing power of Hustlers far too strong with how big this Lesh is at this early stage.
They found LeBron.
He's going to pop the overgrowth, but it won't save him. Easily killed off. Hustlers continuing to grow this lead and no signs of slowing down.
Another tower quickly brought down. Mirage is going to queue up Boots of Travel really early to just keep shrinking the map. And yeah, it feels like it's going to be a case of, can Ancient Tribe take fights 4v5 when they have the team fight disadvantage? I think we're going to be start looking at the Rubik to perhaps get some steals or something like that. It feels like he's going to have to get like Ravage for them to have any chance of fighting.
In the mid there, we nearly had Alex being able to catch Little Pleb by surprise.
Chad?
He's able to get the dart packed off.
Okay.
The blast is enough. Able to kill him through that Shadow Dance. Good AoE.
Nicely done from the Coddle. MTD. Actually has Vessel finished up, so now has an answer at the very least versus the Bloodstone. And they're going to make plays, so yeah, have to look. I think you have to. With the Centaur, start trying to salvage this early game here. Just run around with the Blink Dagger, try to get kills so you can get some catch up here.
You know LeBron's in the tree line.
He's making him work
coming
for
in.
it.
They're going to try and hold it. Oh, he's straight into the stun.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Little Pleb turns up, and he's going to wish he didn't. TP's into the tier 2, immediately caught by that.
Uh-oh, Rubik. Farewell.
Oh, this game is getting fast.
Yeah.
This is getting very fast. I mean, LeBron desperately trying to hold back the creep wave, protect his tier 2s from getting taken down at such an early time.
It's getting fast, and they are the ones who are actually counterpicked this time, rather than them counterpicking. You know, the Slark versus Morphling matchup, they have kind of all the answers, it feels like, to deal with what Ancient Tribe has set up. So LeBron, yeah, trying to cut waves and slow stuff down, but they already might be too far behind to even catch up.
Well, they have enough creeps with them. We need the one so they can get for that backdoor protection and get the push going.
And no glyph, they popped it earlier, so Outpost now opened up. I feel like every time Melee shows on the map, that's just Ancient Tribe losing total control of the game. I feel like if the Centaur isn't literally like non-stop looking for pickups, they're just going to get hunted themselves and just get massively outscaled. Not saying it's an easy thing for Melis to have to do, but it just feels like anytime he's showing, there's no pressure onto Hustlers whatsoever.
He's going to be out before they find him.
Okay, and they're going to smoke, so perhaps they can find something here. They find Mirage, it's a pretty good kill.
That's a very good kill. Has got Bloodstone ready to pop.
Okay.
If he's able to get it off, yeah, he is. Can they still burst through him with this heal? They can.
Nice.
Double edges there. They take down the Leshrac.
I think it might be even... Oh, he's too low to actually go for more. I was going to say, it might honestly be time to just continue looking for a move here. It's a big kill, but can they find anything out of it besides just a lash? It's time for Little Pleb,
Now LeBron's continuing to try and be as much as a nuisance as he can down here on the bottom lane.
So guys, I'm farming. But now Shad's even making his way down. He actually wants to hunt this tree himself. He wants to get involved. They know how strong they are right now versus their opponents.
Yeah,
even though they get the Lesh kill.
Diffusal and an Echo done. He's going to be able to close the gap on Melis. Has to Stampede to survive.
Mirage shows himself again. They're going to try again onto mid.
Oh. See if the Bloodstone heal saves him this time. It doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, that's two massive... And in fact, with Lil Pleb, they turns to the Mirage and uses the stolen arrow to take down Alex as well. I mean, that's a rough couple of deaths there from Mirage. He had an incredible start. And that's what kind of makes those deaths even more rough. You know, you've had this much of a start, you've got this much farm, this much XP, this much... and you're dying 2 times there. In the mid lane, back to back. Yeah, Little Pleb throwing out the cheeky tips here towards Mirage. He knows, you know, if they're killing the Lesh like this, that's really rough for Hustlers overall.
He played so aggressively. I mean, they find the D-Ward instantly because of it, but super aggressive. I think maybe he just felt like he was going to be like invulnerable because... You know, they just don't have that much damage. But the Kato with the Vessel stops all that healing. And then Rubik, actually, I believe he stole the Lightning Storm. So he had this double nuke potential to actually burst through him. All right, nicely done.
Yeah, they can't have that happening again. You know, Mirage dies like that once. But I mean, maybe already the 2 deaths is enough to sort of put this game in a position where Ancient Tribe are going to be able to start slowing down this lead that Hustlers have built.
I think they need quite a few more of those, to be honest. Okay. It still feels like they're fighting a very uphill battle versus the Slark, but some pretty nice kills at the least. Because I'm still looking at their draft when, like, let's say when big team fights kick off. I think they have great ways to pick heroes off, but their team fight is very lackluster on Ancient Tribe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Might should be a freebie here for Shad. Finds LeBron. There's LeBron. Has got back up. Managed to time the Who Stomp, but the Shadow Dance was already there.
Shad then.
Oh, they are got. My goodness. He's just got blown up. They just collapse on the Slark. And they'll happily take that trade. LeBron doesn't mind dying for that at all immediately as well with the kill. The tips coming out here. I mean, I think Ancient Tribe, you know, they're very much feeling themselves.
This is a nice
they
move.
may be behind, but they're making some really good kills happen. And there they go, jump up to the high ground. They get him with a Who Stomp onto Mirage.
Oh, baby.
He's dead again. Ancient Tribe here, pulling out all the stops here with some fantastic plays to get themselves back into the game and make sure that Hustlers do not feel as comfortable as I think they may have felt a few moments ago in this match with the lead that they had. I mean, sure, they still had the gold advantage, but these deaths, I mean, that's what, 3 times back-to-back now that Mirage has been taken down. Yeah, the fact that Ancient Tribe are doing this from behind, you got to imagine what they're going to be able to do when they start getting ahead if they continue with this. This is, you know, Hustlers, they've got to kind of recollect themselves here. They will manage to get the Ravage jump onto NTD, and that will kill him. But still, it doesn't feel as impactful, really, as the kills that Ancient Tribe have been getting against the Hustlers' own cores.
No, and Ravage is on cooldown. So now, as the teamfight aspects, Ancient Tribe could look to actually battle back. Like I said, they needed a couple more. They found some big ones there, and now perhaps have opened up the map for themselves to get out there. Deep aggressive wards, good early aggression, and just playing with the Centaur. Really nicely done.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Really smart play from behind after a tough start to this game. There's still a bit more to do to close that gap, but that gap is not growing. Pretty much sustained the 5K for the last fair few minutes of this game with those kills that Ancient Tribe have been able to find.
Still need to do more. It's like still, Melis, I feel like he has to still just keep looking for these aggressive plays, trying to keep catching Hustlers out of position. Because now, Shad, he's going to know this ward was there from when they got the jump forward onto the Lesh. He'll take that one out. So still, I mean, still feels like a pretty uphill battle.
Yep.
But making things happen at the least.
And well, we've got very close to the, Manta pretty much done here for Little Pleb, few hundred gold, so they have that to play around. And as we've seen already, you know, Little Pleb, he has been finding the opportunities to get involved in these fights nice and early, despite the fact that the enemy is a little more stacked against him at this point with the items they have.
They're still going to hit some good timings. Similar, like almost exact same net worth as the Slark.
Yeah.
Shad is 3 components toward Aghanim, so like it feels like for Hustlers still, they're going to be very keen to fight at almost any moment. It just, will they get picked off is the big thing. Because as we're seeing, some pretty explosive damage coming out from Ancient Tribe if they're able to catch someone on the transition.
No, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing they can burst through Mirage. I mean, sure, you'll have a bit of extra stats from the full Aghanims, but I can imagine if they're still able to throw all 5 hero spells onto this Slark, he'll still blow up pretty easily if they can catch him between the Dark Packs and the Shadow Dancers. So he has to be careful.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does the disassemble. My brain actually completely forgot about it. So he does the disassemble, so he's got eggs, so Hustlers can actually look to fight right now. Yeah, they have great burst. It's just also positioning of everything too, right? Is Angel there to get the save? So I think for Hustlers, they're going to be a little bit more careful after they played pretty reckless these last few minutes. And still, Hustlers still in a very comfortable position in this game after their early lead and with their core matchups.
See where they're able to make a jump. I mean, Ancient Tribe playing rather smartly in how much they're sort of avoiding these attempts from Hustlers. See Hustlers smoke up. They'll look to head towards the top half of the map. See if they're able to get there in time during this smoke, though, and how prepared Ancient Tribe are for this. Because it seems like Ancient Tribe know that they're kind of, Hustlers are all off the map.
Uh-oh. Shad's found them. Nice lift.
Ooh, indeed, instantly. Ooh, and a force back. Stampede as well. They're deep into the trees. And Little Pleb, he's out with the TP. Heaven as well is able to get away. And LeBron, they're not finding him. So, Ancient Tribe are able to avoid the smoke gank completely. Nobody's going to get their life taken away from them.
Back to split pushing the map. Back to trying to get this space out there for the Morphling to try to farm. But Hustlers, I mean, I still feel very comfortable the way that they just like charge across the map, probably looking to clear the area for Roshan, because like I mentioned, their team fight is still crazy strong. I think for Ancient Tribe to try to look for a head 5v5 engagement, it's still going to be if like Rubik gets a Ravage Steal or something like that. And even then, like I still think they have some troubles. I think they have to they have to burst the target. They have to just start the fight 4v5, otherwise the fight's just likely to go in the favor of Hustlers.
We got smoke from themselves, Hustlers. Oh, sorry, Ancient Tribe. Hustlers? Okay, they seem to be, you know, where Davai Lama obviously positioning himself in the mid. That's not really the one that Ancient Tribe are going to jump.
No, they need to catch the back lines, the Lash or the Shadow Demon in particular.
Yeah.
Even Shad's too hard to kill. And Shad is going to go for that, of course, the Mage Slayer, but then also going back for the Shard himself to protect his buddies. And they almost have BKB now on Lash, so Mirage almost has his own protection. So the 3 cores looking to start getting to a position where it's going to be too tough for them to actually go on them. LeBron walks into Lash.
That'll be an easy one for Mirage.
That's his BKB done. Now they can look for any type of fight on Hustlers. They still have deep vision as well, too. They have this ward that they snuck into the bottom side, so they see Melas right now. They're actually going to get on him right away.
See how deep they want to reach for this. And they don't want to go further. Not quite able to get the disruption from Angel.
And now Roche probably on the menu for the side of Hustlers.
And will we see Ancient Tribe coming over here?
I don't think so. I think an open field 5v5 is disastrous versus this Tide still. It's got to take a bit of time to kill this Roche, though.
Not quite a bit of time.
Yeah, Slark not hitting it either. Secure that last hit, Angel. No, don't pop the poison. Man, you got to sack that up to like 20 and then you pop it yourself. Come on, get the last hit. Come on, Shadow Demon. All right, now Mirage. BKB done, holding Pupil's Gift, very tanky, and an Aegis to boot. Unlikely to get brought down again in the way that he was before.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Melez. Whoop. Hello there. Just kidding. Will he get caught? He will not.
And that is his Greaves done. So we'll have good capabilities for keeping his team healed up in the midst of the fight if they do get jumped.
But still, the same looming problem feels to be there. They don't have the better team fight, and they're the ones playing into a counter matchup. That's Slark versus Morphling. So Shad, 5-3 this game, but it feels like he's starting to hit his peak. Or I don't know how they really kill him. MTD is spotted from this ward they have.
Oh, and he's going to get in. BKB has to be forced out there from MTD.
Okay. I mean, just gets very scared. He had Force Staff, but terrified, I guess, versus the secondary pounce and stuff. But now no BKB, and they still have this deep ward. Mirage is in.
See Meles trying to buff him up with the pipe from the side. Greaves as well. And put the Stampede. He's able to lift himself up and throw to the side. And Alex should still be able to hunt him down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we'll get the kill. And now maybe Control looking for more with this push. They know there's no Stampede now to save anybody else that does get jumped upon.
Yeah, back to business for Hustlers and for Ancient Tribe. I'm struggling to see when they hit that timing. What item is it going to be that allows Little Pleb to enter versus this draft of Hustlers? Does not look easy.
Radiant's middle tower is under
BKB
attack.
on Little Pleb. Chance for him to survive, but still doing enough damage is it's going to be the real issue against Hustlers heroes, and the cores come jumping in at them.
It's like he needs to kill off more heroes than the Slark is going to kill off, because they just have to ignore Slark unless they 100-0 Shad somehow. Pretty much if Shad makes a mistake. Yeah, Morph just has to kill the back lines, and then eventually they have to just try to deal with Shad was a huge issue.
Mirage. He's going to try and get it onto Melez. He's got Shad and Alex to back him up. Force him out to the side. Melez, in fact, Davai Lama in with the Ravage. Gets to jump onto Little Pleb. The follow-up stuns there. They've killed off Melez. They'll take down Heaven. See them surround Little Pleb. Little Pleb is able to waveform back up to the high ground. Hustlers, they're considering diving in pretty deep here beyond the tier 3. They'll hold back. They'll settle for the 2 quick kills there.
Ancient Tribe just full retreat. They just can't take any fights. Now Ravage on cooldown, so it feels like maybe now as soon as Centaur respawns, maybe you just kind of have to try to look for this type of fight on Ancient Tribe because they're just losing all map control. Not an easy fight to take by any means, even with Ravage on cooldown.
Mirage.
Mirage.
He's actually... Ooh, nice Little Pleb there with a man to dodge. But still, Shad bounces forward. Angel's going to use the disruption to try and set up for the arrow, but didn't quite have the close enough distance there to get the arrow timing right, so Little Pleb's fine. Still pushing them away from the tier 2 tower, so Hustlers have the space to keep pushing in onto this. It's the Ancient Tribe, they've got all 5 back up, but indeed the Steep Observer Board giving Hustlers the full information on with regards to how Ancient Tribe's trying to set up the defense. They go for the smoke, but it's been spotted out. They'll know it as well. They drop down a sentry, see the Observer straight away. So now there's very little chance of Ancient Tribe being able to jump Hustlers by surprise. And of course, they've still got this 50 seconds left on the Aegis for Mirage.
They feel forced because Ravage is on cooldown. Like, this is the only window we have to perhaps take a fight, but it does not look easy.
Now looking towards the tide, the Vailama is so tanky. And turn towards Mirage instead. So to say there's still 40 seconds left on the Aegis. They get the control off onto the Centaur. Melez out of the fight. Pounce for Shad. He's on towards Little Pleb. They'll force Little Pleb to the side out of the pounce. He's able to waveform back to the base. He'll live. That's Melez taken down. The mid tower as well. Hustlers getting a lot achieved here with this Aegis.
They can't do anything. They literally just walk in and they're like, they just run into any of the cores they run into, it feels like. They just immediately have to reset away. For Ancient Tribe, they may have found the 10 kills earlier, but the game, a bunch of those kills were kind of handed to them too, but now the game just feels like literally impossible. Killing the cores just doesn't feel like it's ever going to happen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Ravage is back up in 15 seconds, so couldn't even take advantage of that window.
Angel nearly able to set up onto the MTD there. You see them teeping in towards the tier 2. Little Pleb wants to try and pull together a defense around this tower. The tier 2 does still stand for now. Can they really fight around this area though, Ancient Tribe? I mean, Davai Lama, he's charging in. He's looking towards Little Pleb. They're going to hoof stomp out. They're trying to burst through Mirage. Little Pleb commits with the BKB, but Angel's in with the defensive disruption. Buys time for Mirage. His own BKB and Bloodstone off. LeBron, Overgrowth, don't control the left side, but he's healing up with the Bloodstone. Little Pleb gets taken out. Same to be said for LeBron. Both dead. Pounce for and Shad in onto the Centaur. 3 dead on Ancient Tribe. As they try there to put a fight together around the tier 2, they are not successful. As now Hustlers, it just come diving in onto them, up to the high ground, arrow connection onto MTD, Heaven dying under his tier 4s to Shad Slark. As this should be, and could certainly be the end of this game too here, folks. It really feels that Ancient Tribe, they don't have anything.
No answers. And even, like, they got handed, what, 4 or 5 kills back-to-back, and it didn't really do much of anything for them as Hustlers. Yeah, this game, I mean, their draft felt like it hit on all cylinders. They won all 3 lanes, exploded into the mid-game, and it's a Slark versus a Morphling matchup where there's not really many Slark counters at all in this game. All right, game 3. I mean, what are we going to get in for now this time?
Let's see. Ancient Tribe, they're going to try and hold on. And 2 sets of racks down, 24k gold lead here for Hustlers.
This is, I mean, I want to just pull up Dota Plus. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way. This is 100 for sure. There's no way. There's no hope for Morphling. He can't commit. He can't kill. He can't touch the cores. He probably can't even touch the supports anymore. As the Hex finished up for Alex, he's been quietly farming a Storm. Yeah, they're massive.
We'll try, give it one more shot here, Ancient Tribe. But as you say, more than likely just
Radiant's courier has been killed.
using the extra time, they'll draw this game out to consider how they want to approach game 3.
Yeah, probably just discussing like what went so wrong in the drafting that all this kind of went down. Because the Slark pick feels like it was perfect. The Tide last pick feels like it fit in perfectly also to counteract what they saw. And, you know, it was Ancient Tribe. They kind of did bring it. They kind of ran it back a little bit, right? They did do the Tree Morphling last time. Last time they had this counter pick of the Coddle to deal with that Nagasiren, or the Zeus versus that Nagasiren. This time it's just a Coddle where, you know, MTD may not be having that bad of a game, but like I was mentioning early on, it's not like there was like, damn, this is a godly Coddle game. Like, this is where it's really going to stand out. He hasn't been able to do too much to shut down the opposing cores.
Oh, smoke time from Ancient Tribe. Maybe see if they can catch them split up.
Who do they kill? They can't kill the cores.
Oh, and Davai Lama. He's already made the jump at the tree line. He's found LeBron. We'll see over in the mid. Shad in onto Melees. As Mirage just toying about with Little Pleb. Rest of the team on its way over. Little Pleb trying to run. And very little he can do to play his way out of this situation.
He's making him work for it, but that should be it.
Hustlers straight into the base. 3 dead on Ancient Tribe. Mirage, he's actually going to look for some more kills. Finds MTD attempting to push out this top lane. BKB's at the ready. We'll knock him back with the blast. TP out of there, so MTD will live to see another day. This is going to be back up in 15 with the base falling apart. Shad and Davai Lama taking down this final set of barracks on the top lane now. Got a blink on Alex, they've even got the blink hex plate on the Mirana underneath the tower here, finding Rubik, catching MTD with the bash as he tries to charge back into the base. Shad, he wants to die. He's in, he's going to dive, and he's going to get away with it. Takes out the kill on MTD. The buybacks coming out from both MTD and Little Pleb. But the base in complete shambles now. Mega creeps are up.
And they're going to just back it up. They're going to be mean. They're like, all right, you want to stay in this game? We'll just let the creeps finish it off for you guys. I'm astonished that Ancient Tribe is not called. Okay, there we go.
There we go. There we go. They've had enough trying to draw it out. They'll look towards the third game, which we will be getting now with Hustlers taking this game too. 1-1 now between Hustlers and Ancient Tribe. And very much we saw...